Good morning students, welcome to the new online SST class. So moving further with the syllabus, today we'll start with chapter number 10, that is Traders, Kings and Pilgrims. So children, in the last chapter you have learned about the Mauryan dynasty that ended around 185 BCE, and after the decline of this Mauryan dynasty, it was replaced by the Sangas and the Kanvas. But they did not survive for long period. So many different dynasties emerged in different parts of the Indian subcontinent. Most of these were the tribal peoples, those who came from Central Asia. They came here in India and invaded the north and the northwestern part and established their kingdoms here. Like for example, the dynasties which came here after the decline of Mauryan dynasty were the Indo-Greeks, Sakas, Kushanas, Satavahanas, and the most important were the three, that is the Cheras, Cholas and the Pandyas. So all these dynasties were established in different parts of India. But before that, India is having the trade relations with other countries also, especially the southern part of India that is very rich in natural resources like spices, pepper, pearls, gold and precious stones. So they had a flourishing trade relations with Roman Empire, and they exported different items like gold, spices and precious stones. Then from where we get the information about this period? It is the Sangam literature. The maximum information that we get about this period, about these dynasties, is from Sangam literature. Now what this word Sangam means? The word Sangam means an assembly where the people collect together for some purpose. So here in these assemblies, people like famous poets, scholars, they gather together and they compile the literature in their own languages. These Sangams comprises of culture, life, trade, governance and battles that happen at that time. 3 such Sangams were held between the 2nd and the 3rd century CE. There is also the mention of one term, that is Movender, which means 3 crowned kings. So this term Movender is written in Sangam literature, and this word means 3 crowned kings. Now these 3 crowned kings refers to the 3 ruling families of that time. That is, I have told you, the Cholas, Cheras and the Pandyas of South India. And these Sangam literature are the important source of learning the history of ancient South India. Now children, you can see this flow chart. This is showing you the rulers of South India and the Deccan. Cheras, Cholas, Pandyas, they ruled over the southern part of India, and Satavahanas ruled over the Deccan part of India. So this table is showing you the areas which they ruled, their capital, chief port and their famous king. Like Kerala and parts of Tamil Nadu was ruled by the Cheras. Vanji or Karur was its capital and its chief port was Muziris. And the famous king was Nedan Chirlathan. Next is the Cholas. It covers the area of the Kaveri Delta formed by river Kaveri. Then its capital is Urayur. Its chief port was Kaveri Pattinam, or it is also called Puhar, and the famous king was Kraikala Chola. Children, among these 4 dynasties or the 4 kingdoms, these Cholas were the more powerful one among the all 4. They built many roads and also encouraged trade and commerce at their times. Even they attacked Sri Lanka and defeated Cheras and Pandyas. And they have their own navy. So very powerful kingdom was Cholas at that time. Next are the Pandyas. They ruled over Madurai and parts of Tirunelveli. Their capital was at Madurai, and the most important port city was Korkai. And the famous king of the Pandyas was King Nadershan. They were the great patron of art and architecture. These Pandyas rulers, especially this one, he was a great patron, supporter of art and architecture. Even these Pandyas have the trade relations with Roman Empire. Like in the previous paragraphs I have told you that the kingdoms, India had trade relations with Roman Empire. So Pandyas were one of them who were having the trade contacts with the Roman Empire, and it was very famous for its pearls which it exported to Rome. Then next are the Satavahanas. Satavahana is the kingdom that ruled in the Deccan area, the central part of India, that is the region of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra region. These regions, these are the present day regions, these were ruled by Satavahanas during the ancient period. And their capital was at Paristhana, that is Python, and their most famous ruler was Gautamiputra Satkarni. After Gautamiputra Satkarni, the kingship passed into the hands of Yageshri Satkarni, and he was the last ruler of the Satavahanas. He conquered various regions like Malwa, Konkan, and Satavahanas were the Brahmins, but they were also tolerant to other religions. It's not only that they were Brahmins, so they will not follow or respect the other religions. They were tolerant to other religions. Now children, see, the Satavahanas, they were referred to as the Lords of Dakshin Path. This title was given to them, that is the Lords of Dakshin Path. This means the route leading to the south. Dakshin means south, and the path is the way or the route. So it means the route leading to the south. And these Satavahanas also had trade relations, or they have trade, flourishing trade, internal also and external also. During their time, the position of women was very high. They built many rock-cut temples and monasteries in Maharashtra. So these were the work done by the Satavahanas. So children, what we have covered today is the introduction, that after the decline of the Mauryan dynasty, various different kingdoms were set up in India. India had trade relations, flourishing trade relations with the Rome. It exported various products like gold, spices and precious stones. Then the main source of information about this period when these kingdoms were there was Sangam literature. And then we have learned about the four kingdoms. Three, those ruled in the South India, that is the Cheras, Cholas and the Pandyas. And the last one is the kingdom that is in Deccan part, that is the Satavahanas. So these were the four kingdoms, three in the south and one in the Deccan part of India. So that's all for today children. Have a nice day.